Good morning. Thanks for joining us for our day 5 of our Spring to Science Farming in a Glove journey. I'm Brooke Temple, Education Specialist with Nebraska Agriculture in the Classroom. If you're joining us for the first time today, this is day 5 of our journey of watching seeds grow. If you want to go back and watch the first 4 videos on our Facebook page, you can find them there. Today, you will need the scientific journal, which is found in the links above. There's also a link for our at-home Gus that you can print off and download to be entered to snap a photo and be entered for a free book on our website. Over the course of the last 4 days, we have been talking about some of the crops that we grow right here in Nebraska. We have talked about corn production. So Nebraska grows 4 different types of corn, mainly. We grow dent corn to feed our livestock animals, to provide ethanol for a fuel source to fuel our vehicles, as well as byproducts like the cornstarch and corn oil, which is found in a lot of our food products. And then the second seed we talked about was a soybean seed. Soybean seeds are nicknamed the miracle bean because they have so many different uses. We can use it to feed our livestock animals like pigs and chickens, and we can also use it as a fuel source for biodiesel, and then as soy milk, edamame, soy sauce, tofu, a lot of different food products as well. And then yesterday we talked about wheat. In Nebraska, we grow winter wheat primarily, and we use wheat to make flour, to make bread, cake, cookies, cereal, crackers, and even some pasta. And then today we are going to talk about our last seed that we have planted called a dry bean. Nebraska grows a variety of different dry beans in Nebraska. We planted a pinto bean. We can use pinto beans for refried beans, a lot of side dishes as well. Nebraska ranks number 4 overall in dry bean production. Each year annually, Nebraska farmers harvest around 125,000 acres of dry beans. An acre, if you remember, is about the size of a football field. And that is equivalent to over 1 billion servings of beans each year, which is pretty cool. We are going to take a look about overproduction overall. And we also grow, so we're number 1 in great white northern beans and number 2 for pinto bean and kidney bean production. What season, if you remember, when we think back, what season did we plant corn and soybeans? We plant our corn and soybeans in the spring and we harvest them in the fall. If you think back, wheat is a little bit different. We typically plant those in September or October, and we harvest them in early July into August. So they have a little bit different growing season. What season do you think we plant our dry beans? Our dry beans are planted in late spring, along with our soybeans and our corn. And the crop is usually grown under irrigation. And when the plants have dried down and they're ready for harvest, the plants are cut to the ground in the early morning while they're covered in dew. And the whole plant is allowed to dry in windrows. So the farmer will cut down the dry beans and allow those seeds to dry before being combined. And then the combining process breaks down the seeds and separates the beans from the pod so that we're able to have those bean pods. And then after harvest, the beans will be delivered to the local processor where they are graded and cleaned and packed for shipping to canners, grocery stores, and even overseas markets. In Nebraska, where do you think we primarily grow our dry beans? If you remember, we grow corn all the way across our state. We grow a lot of our soybeans in central and eastern Nebraska. We grow a lot of our dry beans in western Nebraska. And that is because they need a dry, arid climate where it's not as humid so that they don't get diseases or anything on our dry beans. So we grow them in western Nebraska. Dry beans have many different uses. Here are a few of them that you can see here. So we have some white beans, we have kidney beans, pinto beans, black beans, garbanzo beans. We grow a lot of different beans. Beans are used in a lot of different food products. It can be used in soups, it can be used as side dishes, or even as a protein source in some recipes. What are your favorite ways to eat dry beans? Dry beans are used for us to eat. And so now that we have talked about our 4 types of seeds that we grow in Nebraska, our corn, our soybeans, our wheat seeds, and our dry beans, just to name a few of the crops we grow, let's take a look at our observations to see how they have grown and changed over the course of the last 5 days. You are going to need your scientific journal now and go to day 5. I want you to write down your observations of what you see. We have some really exciting new changes. We take a look at our corn seed. You can see we said it sprouted yesterday, and you can see right here that it has changed and continues to grow. Our soybean seed hasn't sprouted yet, which kind of surprises me. So hopefully, or maybe in the next couple of days, we will start to see our soybean seed sprout. Our wheat seed continues to grow even bigger. And our dry bean has made a lot of changes over the course of one day. So you can see that it has started to sprout and germinate. You can even see some of the leaves starting to grow here. I will attach a photo of each of the seeds in the comments at the end of the video. Now that we have watched our seeds grow over the course of the last 5 days, what do seeds need to grow? We know we need water because we put water in our cotton balls. Why did I hang it in the window? What purpose did that serve? I hung the seeds in the window so that we could watch them grow, but they needed light from the sun for the warmth, because light, when the sun shines down on us, it makes us feel warm. Our seeds, in order to germinate, just need water and warmth. But there was another reason why I hung it in the window. It needed light from the sun. Light from the sun produces the photosynthesis process, which helps turn our plants that beautiful green color to produce that chlorophyll in the seeds. On Sunday last week, I actually started growing another set of seeds. And this time I left it in the dark, so I didn't give it any light. And if you look here, do you see our wheat seed? All of our seeds have started to sprout. But what do you notice differently that is different from the seed, our wheat seed we had hanging in our window? The one that was in the dark did not produce any photosynthesis in order for our plant to turn green. But our wheat seed that has been hanging in the window has already started to produce that green color. So we need light from the sun. I like to use the acronym LAWN, like your front lawn or your front yard referred to as a lawn. And I like to say we need light from the sun, we need air. So we have air in our bags growing, or for our seeds to grow. So there's plenty of air in here. We need water, which we gave our seeds water in our cotton balls. We did not give our seeds soil though. So we need light from the sun, air, water, nutrients. Where are nutrients found? Nutrients are found in the soil. So eventually we would have to plant these seeds in the soil in order for our seeds to continue to sprout and to continue to grow. And then the last one, the S for our lawns, stands for space. We need space for our seeds to grow. We said plants grow really tall, especially our corn plants. They can be 8 or 9 feet tall by the end of summer. And so we would need space in order for our seeds to grow. That is why the farmers use fields and plant their seeds in the soil. And they have to make sure that our plants and our crops are getting enough sunlight. They have air, water, nutrients, which are found in the soil, and space to grow. Those are the main things we need for a seed to continue to grow so that we can use it for all of our food sources. So plants are part of our everyday lives. From the food we eat to the clothes we wear and to the cars we drive, we can give credit to plants. Farmers and ranchers work hard every day to provide those crops for us. I want you to stay tuned with us over the course of the next week, and I'm going to be posting photo updates on our Facebook page so that we can continue to fill out our scientific journal. You will be able then to we'll continue on day 6 tomorrow, and then the rest of the week we will follow along on the next page. So day 7 through day 12. And at the end of day 12, next Friday, you will be able to answer our last 3 questions and draw a picture of what our glove has looked like at the end. If you have any questions about our seed growth, feel free to leave them in the comments and I'd be happy to help you answer those questions. Thanks for joining us over the course of the last 5 days as we have watched our seeds grow. After this video, I will post updated photos for us to follow along so that we can complete our scientific journal. Be sure to snap a photo of you using Gus along the way so that you can get entered to win a free book. Have a great day. Thanks.